This is the part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news about what's going on in my life. The Parasocialist update. First and foremost, I feel like I want to give a quick shout out. I've just been feeling myself real good recently. I want to give a quick shout out to the food poisoning I got, making me cut weight like crazy. But I also want to give a second quick shout out to creatine. That's right. Wonderful supplement. Makes me feel real good. Makes me feel like I'm tight, like a goddamn tiger. Okay? I don't know what it is, but it feels great. Creatine makes me feel great. Not an ad. Creatine capsules are fire. I got some because of you. Honestly, the problem with the creatine capsules is they're too big, and sometimes I can't put it down. Creatine makes you retain water in your musculos. I know. One Piece update. Sure. I'm back into it a little bit, but I don't have a lot of time to watch One Piece because I have guests here at my home, and when they're here, obviously I can't watch a serialized show, nay, the longest running serialized show of all time, so I have to be courteous. And just like that, I've gotten my friends on the Cowboy Bebop train. Just have them watch a recap video? Sure, man. This is part of the broadcast for personal news, for One Piece updates, and like Punk Hazard is still going on One Piece, and it's very good. I've just been taking my time watching it, but it's been great. Other than that, what was I going to say? There was some other stuff. This morning, I woke up early to work out. Normally, I don't on Wednesdays, but I chose to do so. And let me tell you, I woke up, I worked out, and it was fine. It wasn't great. I was already I had worked out tired and sick yesterday, and I felt like I had some issues. But then I, of course, as always, overextended myself, overexerted myself. I went and I did a handstand, and just I tweaked something in the upper back side right here, but it's gonna be all right. You know, these things happen. Not the end of the world. Today, there's a lot going on. We have another game. Companies are fighting one another tooth and nail to be like, HasanAbi, you are the greatest gamer. You don't really play a lot of games, but when you do, it's so good. We want you bad. This time we're going to be playing another #ad game. It's called Immortals of Avium. It's a single player RPG. That's later. Armored Core, I've heard really good things about, by the way. So just want to point that out, even though it's a mech game. I think From Software has decided this is going to be the most autistic game they've ever made. Previous FromSoft games, your builds are pretty streamlined, right? Dex, strength, intelligence, magic, whatever, right? You get a bleed build, that kind of thing. In this one, it feels like they're just we're going full autism mode. That's how Armored Core has always been. I suspected that. I've never played Armored Core. But when Armored Core came out, I was not a FromSoft guy. You know what I mean? It was both a mecha game, which I never liked. I never even played Zone of Enders. Think about that. And I am a Hideo Kojima stan. So, I never was a big mecha guy. And on top of that, I wasn't really that invested in From Software beforehand. So this is going to be my first dive into mecha shit. I don't consume mecha anime. I don't do all of that. So we'll see what happens. It feels like it's Shadow of Colossus FromSoft edition, kind of, but with mechas instead. Right off the bat, that's what it feels like. As soon as I saw that, that's what I thought, which will be great. I mean, that's an incredible, unique, very cool way to do these massive boss fights. But we'll see. This game is hard. Sekiro PTSD, man, Sekiro is one of the greatest games of all time. It's my favorite. And I still, to this day, think Elden Ring is probably better. But Sekiro is still the most difficult From Software game of all time, in my opinion. It's just I love From Software, and I am so invested in this company. I haven't felt this way about a developer since I was a young boy with Rockstar Games. You know what I mean? I knew when I was a young boy, I knew when Rockstar was going to make Take-Two, Rockstar, when they were going to make a video game, it was going to be fire. Okay? It was I did not need to see a trailer. I did not need to see a demo. I didn't need to play it. I mean, of course I wanted to, because I wanted to get as much, I wanted to get as immersed as possible, right? Or, dare I say, pre-Fallout 76 Bethesda. Like, these were developers that I always trusted. No, even Fallout 4 was fine. It was fine. I am that much of a dick rider. This makes me very excited. You were mesmerized by the corporate jargon and imbibed in the rose quartz Kool-Aid. Wait, what? I don't even know what you're trying to say here, but I was, yes, very much a fan of video games, and I got excited for a developer that would make consistently good product because my life as a child was very boring, but video games were very fun, okay? Let me take it step by step for you. I was getting no pussy. I was getting no looks from girls. I couldn't even talk to women. I spent my entire existence drawing every second of my life. So for that reason, video games were an incredible outlet for me to escape into a universe where I wasn't a fucking loser. Okay? It was sick. I don't know if I can describe it any further for you, but it was awesome. That's why I loved video games and I enjoyed playing video games. And if a company had shown me that they were going to make products, make video games that were really fun to play and consistently good, I developed an appreciation for them, okay? Now, the reason why I'm describing this is because that's early era, before Shark Cards, Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar nonsense. I'm talking a time when this industry was like still blossoming, okay? Not when it had become the behemoth that is larger than Hollywood. And therefore there was a little bit more art to the projects, right? So, you know, a time when you would go to game FAQs to try to beat like a single player mission or something that you were having a hard time with. This is very different for this era of gaming that is high intensity, riddled with microtransactions, DLCs and whatnot. So, you know, that was a beautiful time for gaming. And I feel like there are still certain companies that hold true to that era where they haven't streamlined their gaming process, but make good product and make it consistently. Some of those companies do that and then they fail to reproduce and actually end up failing. CD Projekt Red is a good example where Witcher 3 and the hype from the Witcher series unfortunately created a long-term project that they were working on in Cyberpunk that ended up kind of falling flat on its face. And when that happens, you're like, oh no, I value consistency, which is precisely the reason why, in spite of the fact that I have a negative opinion of Mecha, that it's just not for me as a product, I will be giving it my all when I play Armored Core because of my respect for From Software as a developer, okay? But yeah, I mean, that's it.